Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. So, man. Listen, I'm going to keep it tall. Don't expect to hear the Philadelphia Eagles sign blank or the Philadelphia Eagles did such and such. The Philadelphia Eagles are still in a terrible salary cap situation. And I don't expect the Philadelphia Eagles to be actively getting at getting in the mix for any free agents until after the draft. You know what I'm saying? We got about 24 hours, a little less than 24 hours to get $17 million under the cap. You know what I'm saying? To be compliant with the new league spending year or whatever you want to call it. And it's just all the guys of promise are flying off the board at an alarming rate. So we will be picking from the bottom of the barrel in terms of free agency yet again. We haven't made a splash in free agency since we got Alshon Jeffrey. I think that was the last splash we made in free agency, man. We ain't make a splash in free agency since. So, I'm eager to see, who's going to be available when it's time for us to spend some money. Because as of right now, we don't got the bread. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested to see how did the Saints do what they did that fast? Because the Saints were just in a worse position than us. But you know what I mean? It is what it is. But the Saints are still one of the last couple of teams that got to get under the cap by tomorrow. Just look for somebody to be gone or some more restructures, man. We've restructured almost everybody you can restructure, and we still 17 mil, man. Still in the whole 17 mil. I want to see how this is going to unfold. Some breaking news could happen tonight. Some breaking news could happen tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the morning. It's something in the works right now. It got to be done. And Howie Roseman probably won't be getting no sleep tonight until he figure this one out. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. I look at these other teams who doing a good job with their turnover. You know what I mean? And when you got to turn things over, and you got the amount of money that the Patriots got, you know what I'm saying? You got the influence like a Bill Belichick. I talk about coaches having influence in free agency all the time because believe it or not, it matters. Ain't nobody about to not want to go to New England. I already see what New England doing. Man. They signed Cam for one last year. You know what I'm saying? They still got a 15 pick in the draft. They probably going to end up trading up. You know what I mean? They're going to end up trading up, getting that quarterback for the future, letting him sit behind Cam. You got your two tight ends. They got the tight end from Tennessee, and they got Hunter, and they got the dude from the Chargers. Come on, bro. This about to get spooky again for them, man. They just need that quarterback who could semi, you know what I'm saying, command the huddle and show great arm strength down the field. You know what I mean? We could only wish to be in a position like that, but it is what it is, man. We could very well listen. It's a couple realities that we got to understand here. We got to understand a couple realities, man. When you're talking about the salary cap thing, we could be very well going into the next season with the same wide receiver group because we might not take a wide receiver at 6. You know what I'm saying? It's not unlikely that the Philadelphia Eagles will trade back out of that 6th pick to a team like the New England Patriots. Now, hear me out. To a team like the New England Patriots who got some picks, who got some bread. You know what I'm saying? It's not unlikely at all. Anything could happen. The Philadelphia Eagles have to think about the future. You got to think about the future. And right now, the only way you can think about the future, in my opinion, is to get as many picks as humanly possible and get some young guys that are all on rookie deals while you let your salary cap situation heal itself. The Philadelphia Eagles got work to do. They got work to do. They got to find this money within 24 hours. So like I said, expect some news on that. And you can almost bet your bottom dollar that the draft day is going to be the same spectacle that the offseason already is for the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of people are talking about, the interview with Doug Peterson. And he spoke about how he felt, about being released. And does he think he deserved to be let go? Well, you know what I mean? I think Doug kept it real, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. We got to look past that. We can't let these things cloud our judgment and become the big story around Philadelphia Eagles football because the reality is this. Is Nick Sirianni team, Howie Roseman still the GM, and Jalen Hurts is the future. We got to start seeing how we can get those 3 things to be on the same page so we could be playing in the cold months of December and stuff like that again. You know what I'm saying? We're not that far removed from that. This is our first year. Let me give you all a little reminder of who we are. This is our first year not making the playoffs. In the last, and the first season out of the last 4, not making the playoffs. We are usually a playoff team. We had a hiccup last year. You know what I'm saying? We had a hiccup last year. Let's not dwell on that and start thinking like we the Browns. You know what I mean? Or we teams who just traditionally can't get to the playoffs. That's not us. We just a few good players away from turning this thing right back around. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish the Philadelphia Eagles would have been one of those teams that, well, you couldn't have held on to Jalen Mills with the cap situation. It would have been impossible. But at the same time, I wanted to see what Jalen Mills could do under a new defensive coordinator. I wanted to see what all these guys could have done under a new defensive coordinator, because it's not a coincidence at all that a lot of these guys leave. Rasul Douglas, Sidney Jones, a lot of these guys leave and go somewhere else and look totally different. It's not a coincidence. We know that a lot of our cornerbacks were a victim of a flawed system. I don't expect to see any cornerback on our roster, whether we draft them or pick them up in free agency or they're on the existing roster right now, be completely burnt toast like we've seen in the last 3 years. You can always pick out one guy that was burnt toast for the Philadelphia Eagles in the last 3 years. Jalen Mills, Sidney Jones, Ronald Darby. I mean, Sidney Jones actually started playing a little better. You know what I'm saying? But you can always find the burnt toast. I think we shore that up, and I think that keeps us in more ball games. Because more than anything, the deep ball killed us. I think Jalen Hurts is going to be able to... I think Jalen Hurts is going to mask so many deficiencies that this team got going into next year. It's not even funny. But it's just a shame that we put the onus on his back, you know what I mean, to fill some of these holes. We put the pressure on his back to fill some of these holes. And I think he's going to rise to the occasion. I do. I think he's going to rise to the occasion. You know what I mean? I'm tired of the Jalen Hurts hate. I'm getting sick and tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I hate to keep dwelling on it, but I'm getting sick and tired of it, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you see guys say things like this. Well, Jalen Hurts lost his job to Tua. Jalen Hurts this. But you want us to go get a Justin Fields who lost his spot to what, Fromm before? Jake Fromm didn't lose a spot to him? You know what I'm saying? That some of this hate that I'm getting from Jalen Hurts, that I'm getting from these guys that don't like Jalen Hurts, is starting to look a little different to me. It's not regular hate. You know what I'm saying? It's just not regular hate. The guy had a damn near stellar collegiate history. You know what I'm saying? A stellar collegiate history. All the talent in the world. Give him a shot, get behind him, or move around. That's all I'm going to say now at this point. Give him a shot, get behind him, or move around. We don't need you throwing your 2 cents, because when he start eating, you're gonna look real crazy when he start eating. Because he gonna eat, man. I got that belief in him, bro. He's going to eat. You know what I'm saying? And I think Carson's going to eat this year as well. You know what I'm saying? And it's a win-win for everybody. But the cap situation right now is the main concern for the Philadelphia Eagles, and how they're going to be able to get some of these bottom-of-the-barrel free agents that nobody didn't get as soon as free agency was released. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Also, man, the Hurt Season hat is available. You know what I'm saying? Check the pinned comment on this video. Check the description for all my pertinent links you'll be able to find where you can pre-order the Hurt Seasons hat and get your free gift via the Print Champs, via myself, when you pre-order, man. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. Let me know what you think in the comments.